Good afternoon and welcome to the 5th Annual Albert Einstein High School Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I'm Mike Hyde, almost an original Einstein faculty member, missed by about a year, but there was a phone call. You know how to remember these phone calls? About 7 a.m. one morning, Einstein was in need of an English teacher. And so in mid-year of 1963-4, I joined the faculty in the English department, and later the next year started the Einstein soccer team. This is an occasion in which we honor and recognize those who have made outstanding contributions to the Albert Einstein High School athletic program. Before we get started, let me take a moment and ask the current members of the Hall of Fame attending this year's ceremony to please stand, and let's give them a round of applause. I mentioned a phone call a minute ago, but many years later there was a second phone call which tied me once again to Einstein High School, and that phone call was from Bob Owens, our chairman, who asked me if I would come to a reunion 5 years ago, and at that time he talked of his dream of establishing an Einstein Hall of Fame, and I immediately agreed to be part of it. It's been my pleasure to do so now for 5 years. So, let me introduce this guy who started it all, this fellow who had this wonderful dream and has seen it come to fruition. Bob Owens.
Welcome everyone. The 5th Annual Einstein Hall of Fame. If my voice lasts today, I'll be in good shape. But at this time, I would like to invite a distinguished guest, Mr. Fernandez, who is the principal here at Einstein now, who has been a big part and a big supporter of what we have attempted to do here and have had some success with. Mr. Jim Fernandez.
Thank you, Bob. And welcome to everyone. As you can probably imagine, I can't say a thing out there, which only makes me nervous when there are students out there. So not too alarmed right now, but a little concerned. I thought it was also, I told Mike Lonnie and Tony Courtney, I thought it was very interesting to bring people back who didn't graduate last week and then we play last of the Mohican. Because that last stuff thing always makes me nervous at my age. I was also very excited to hear that we were recognizing or honoring the 62-63 football team. We finally get some people around here near my age, and then I found out that wasn't when they graduated. So those are just young pups too, as far as I'm concerned. And then there's always Joe Montague, whom I don't believe is here today. Joe, like me, should be home napping. Joe has been here, as most of you know, since the school opened. He is an invaluable asset to this building, as he wasn't quite sure when you were here. But it is nice to have you come back. I think this Hall of Fame thing is just a tremendous idea that Bob and many others have put together and gotten you re-involved and back to your roots where you could meet in that tent last night and exaggerate some of those stories about that past and that setup and that so on and so forth that we all have a tendency to do at times. But Einstein has, as I'm sure you know, if you've remained in the area, changed substantially since you were here. We didn't have such a good reputation for quite a while, and in some circles we probably still don't, which is a shame because we really have done a lot of things here. Very heartwarming to me to watch that really well-done video. I don't know who did that, but that was outstanding. And we didn't get a chance to applaud that video. If you don't mind, I think we should do that was outstanding. It does my heart well, since I would make more money retired than I do working, to see our cheerleaders' palms and our band be able to experience and to see the alums come back and to understand what this school means to a lot of people. We are currently a 78% minority school, 22% white, and the others are Hispanics, primarily African Americans and other. We're still unsure what other means, but we have about 12% of others out there also. We are the second highest poverty high school in Montgomery County. In the mid 60% of our student population either are right now or have been on free and reduced meals at some time or another, and that's probably substantially different than when you went here. However, On the other hand, we have the 10th highest SAT scores with the second highest free reduced meal rate. We have the 10th highest SAT scores of all 25 high schools in Montgomery County. We recently placed out of 27,000 high schools, 364th nationwide on a poll done by Newsweek magazine and the Washington Post, where they evaluate schools on their advanced placement achievement. So we've done very, very well. Last year we had a little over $6 million in college scholarships, and 77% of our kids went on to college. And that's not supposed to happen. I would love to take some credit for that, but I can't. It's people like Mike Bonavia, our current football coach, Joe Monty, who has been here since they opened the first window in the building, and dozens more just like them that are doing an outstanding job in your previous high school with children who are not supposed to do as well as they do. It is a challenging high school. It's 24 hours a day, 9 days a week. It is very difficult sometimes, but it is always rewarding. It is very rewarding, again, to watch what you saw on that screen. 7 years ago, we had basically a mariachi band, even as outstanding as Joan Racky is. Our numbers were down. We had no flag corps. We had about 8 cheerleaders, and we had 5 members of the Palm Squad. We now have 2 Palm Squads with 20 each, 20 varsity cheerleaders and 25 junior varsity cheerleaders. Lots of people have come together to carry on the tradition that you started. We hear lots of good things. There are a lot of alums still in the area. A lot of folks do stop by and tell us how much they love the place, how much they enjoy it. It has changed a little bit, I know, since you were here. I didn't come until they had already done the renovation, so I don't know what the old place looked like. This is my 7th year at Einstein. And once again, I would like to close, and I would like to congratulate them. And I think the folks that put this thing together are really and truly to be commended, because as you know, it's always a couple of people that carry the load and put this thing together. We are very grateful for the, I think, approximately $15,000 in scholarships that the Hall of Fame has given our kids so far, for the great fence that was installed out on the fields to prevent people from driving out there and ruining things during the winter time, etc., and so on. The Hall of Fame has been a great contributor to the place, and I hope we have equally well represented you, which is certainly our intent, to serve not only those who have already gone through, but those who are coming through and are about to send out into the world. So thank you very much for coming on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Thank you very much.